Great to see everyone today. Today we are here for another Within podcast. It's a special series of I Wish I Would Have Known. And today I'm going to talk about I Wish I Would Have Known. And man, I wish I would have known a lot of things, specifically about my health. So about a year and a half ago, I put on about 5 pounds. And I am an avid runner. I exercise, I do all the things, and I eat relatively healthy. I watch my, what I'm doing. I didn't really watch my protein, but anyway. So I was looking for the opportunity to do anything and everything to figure out how I was going to get rid of these 5 pounds, because I've never had an issue losing weight. If I gained a couple pounds, I would just, run a couple more miles or whatever for a couple of weeks, and then it would be gone. This time, I could not figure out how to get the 5 pounds off. And I was doing everything. I was, tracking my food. I was getting more sleep, all these things, right? And I started saying to myself, are there things that I can get or buy that could help me figure out how to lose weight, right? And I wasn't doing GLP-1 or anything like that, but I started out with getting an Oura Ring. Voila! I track it every day. I look at it probably 100 times a day.
We all have these Oura Rings.
You have one? Right?
I don't have it on, but
and
I have one.
While I love it, it's a great tool. But my sleep score generally is between 90 and 99. I get really great sleep. I go to bed almost the exact same time every night. I get up almost the exact same time, generally without an alarm clock. And so, I was like, okay, for sure, if I monitor my sleep, I'll start losing this weight, right? Because supposedly sleep is one of the main health indicators. No, still 5 pounds, cannot figure out how to get rid of it. So then I was like, okay, there must be something wrong with my blood glucose, because everyone was talking about these consistent monitors that you put it on your arm and it's going to track your blood glucose, and there's going to be some aha moment that I need, to do this. So I buy a Lingo, put it on my arm. My blood glucose is perfect. Doesn't spike really ever. I can eat a couple of things. I finally, after 3 days, I was like, I don't know. I need to do something to try and get this dumb thing to do something other than consistently stay where it is. So I had a really spicy, fruity cocktail at Topgolf, I think, one night. And I got it to spike. But that was about it. Everything else I was eating wasn't really doing anything to my glucose. I could exercise, all the things, not changing. So
you're an anomaly.
Sometimes...
I'm just going to say that. You're an anomaly.
I know, which is super annoying for someone who's trying to lose 5 pounds, for God's sake. But I did my functional medicine. I did that. I talked to my functional medicinist, and she was like, oh yeah, and my hormones were out of whack, but I got them in whack. When it was really crazy, I gained a little bit more weight when I got on the hormones because my boobs got way bigger. Which, hello, that was not the point. I was not trying to gain weight or make my boobs bigger. I was just trying to figure out how do I get rid of these 5 pounds. So I just feel like I wish I would have known, getting all these gadgets and even, taking the supplements isn't necessarily going to change my weight. I honestly, to this day, still don't know how to get rid of these extra 5 pounds. But I do think that some of the things that my Oura Ring has told me is I run stress all day. Literally, it tells me I'm stressed all day long. There is very few times where I find restorative. So restore is one of them. I mean, I might get into that state once in a while, but it's almost never. I'm just always high stress. So it's probably cortisol. But again, I don't really know how to get rid of it. I could be sitting on the couch, over the holiday break. I didn't really do a lot. I exercised, but the rest of the day I was just hanging out at my brother's or at my sister's or at my mom's, and I wasn't doing anything, and my stress was still high. So what the hell? I wish I would have known, but I'm still wishing I would have known because I just don't get it.
Your environment must be what stresses you out. Your family.
Well, I am living in my in-laws' basement, so I guess maybe.
We've never talked about this, but this is actually a thing because I also do the glucose monitor every once in a while. I've always struggled with my weight, and I will do all the panels and everything looks fine for the most part except the stress markers. So your body just must be staying. So I actually just got a PEMF mat, and I'm trying. I don't know if you ever heard of that, but it essentially you lay on it and it mimics the kind of pull from the earth to try to help your body get back into like a fight, like not being in fight or flight. So if your body continues to stay in this, like, you know, because your body, it's either safe, right, and you're good and all the things, or like in a caveman day, right, they had to go get their food, and if they were getting chased, then they had to have that fight or flight kick in for survival. So your body actually doesn't know if it's being chased by a bear or if it's just responding to an email, right? Like, so you have to work on getting that. And so this is like actively what, I can't believe we've never talked about this, what I'm trying to work on, because you can go, if you are constantly in that, like, am I being chased by a bear, or like just reading shitty emails all day, like your body doesn't know how to come down. And chronic stress like that, it literally, like, your body doesn't know how to detox it, for lack of a better word. So you got to try to figure out how to, you know, add in meditation during the day, how to add in kind of some of the
Heidi knows all about my attempts at meditation, which have been very, very, very terrible.
Well, maybe this is something we need to work on with.
Collectively, we can do some group meditation. Yeah, I know,
Guys,
Allie, well enough that you're very regimented.
Yes,
I am.
You are.
I
regimented. And moving away from whatever that structure is that, you know, you might, you've had to, right?
Yeah.
You've changed your career, you've moved your family.
Yeah.
So your regimen has changed, and that 5 pounds could be very much related to the cortisol. And what I've learned too, and just my own journey, health journey, is the kind of the hormonal hierarchy. Nothing will be in balance if your cortisol is high.
Mm-hmm.
If you can't balance your cortisol, which then is like bringing in more oxytocin. So oxytocin is community, which we've talked a lot about, and just the importance of community. But it really is some of the things that Nikki talked about too, is just how to take yourself and have maybe some of that more alone time and doing stuff that is different than what you've always done. So we are aging, our body is changing, our hormones are changing. So what you've always done will not always work going forward. And so it really is, what are some of those very things, PEMF mats, meditation, yoga, grounding, nature walks, that are going to help you kind of be at peace with your cortisol and bring that stress level down.
Yeah.
Well, I feel like that's a lot easier said than done, because I feel like I have tried all of these things and nothing is working. But I will say that because we have been talking about it, right? Like Heidi and I have definitely had this conversation, and I try, but I cannot figure out how to turn my brain off. And so I was like, well, maybe so now I used to, like, being very my authentic self, I will not look at social media at night anymore. So like I used to like go to bed, and for like I would put as you know, I'm very regimented, from 9 to 9:15 when I got into bed, I would look at social media and just catch up, because I don't generally look at it during the day. Now LinkedIn, I'm on LinkedIn a lot, and maybe I need to like curtail the whole LinkedIn thing. But like I do not lay in bed now from 9 to 9:15 and look at my phone. Like I put it away and, you know, lay there, which is probably more stressful than it should be.
Great time for sleep meditation.
You have to actually then like be with yourself. Yeah. Like that's like
breathe, breath work.
Yeah.
But I think
at the end of the day, like I'm going to be super vulnerable right now, and I might start crying. Like I literally hate myself. Right? So like my brain doesn't love who I am, and so I can't figure out how to get out of that like vicious cycle of constantly being like very, very like I can't do it. Like I know I can't do it.
So I do have one, because I know you, and we have not necessarily had some of these conversations, which I'm kind of surprised we haven't. But I think it also takes time. So like to your point with this, like I wish I would have known that like a gadget's not going to fix everything, right? So as I was doing epigenetic testing with folks, and you know, you do their hair scan or labs or whatever, and you'd say like, here's kind of the state of your body, here's the things that we need to do. It takes time. Like it takes time for your body to rewire. It has taken me literal years. So this is why I'm with you. I'm like, this is the damn year that this weight's going to come off, because I've always been overweight and I refuse to believe that this is how my body was supposed to be. But I've also always lived in this very high stress, high consume, high, drinking a lot, like all the things. And so it takes your body sometimes years to unwire and rewire some of this. And I think that's where, like, to Heidi's point, the community piece of it is so important. And I think that's why the potential within is also so important for me to like share with people, because it's a damn journey, and like it's not going to fix itself overnight. And I can't tell you the amount of people that I met with, and I took a break for a while from doing scans, because these people would just be like, oh, but my Apple Watch tells me this and this tells me this. And it's like, those are all tools in your toolbox, but you have to give your body time to regenerate, and you have to be, using those muscles to rewire the brain, that like you're not constantly being chased by the bear, or you're not constantly like whatever.
Are you sure?
And it takes time. So that's like the number one thing I've learned in my journey. Supplements, like you have people like get on supplements and they take it for a damn week, and they're like, oh, I had somebody buy a peptide from me, and they were mad that they only lost 5 pounds in a month. And I'm like, it has been 1 month, like 30 days. And you're upset, and you're upset about 5 pounds. Like, so I think just like give yourself some grace too, and just know that like there might be a culmination of things that is going to get you to where you need to be. But like, we're here, like the community's here to support you and do all the things, and just like give it some time. Let your body try to like give it a month or two, like instead of just trying to switch to the next thing right away. I don't think you always do that, but sometimes it just takes time for your body to.
Well, and it might be easier said than done, but I think too, our society has gotten so caught up in all the gadgets.
Yes.
How can you let go of them?
Yeah.
Maybe, for 30 days, go gadget free and not measure stuff and not look at something every day, and just see what that could do. I think we could all be amazed at what that could do, and just taking a break from some of the very gadgets that we feel are supposed to be helping us.
Yeah. Yeah. I do think data is power, but I do think people get so overstimulated by all of it. So thank you for being vulnerable, and I'm sorry you're going through this. But you are not the only one going through this. I can guarantee you that.
Yeah, I'm just the only dumb enough one to say it out loud, maybe. All right, well, I still don't know, but aren't you glad you're not alone?
That's